Hello Eagles fans and welcome to another episode of the WAFL Report. Now unfortunately, despite keeping the Tigers scoreless in the third quarter, we couldn't get over the line, going down by 31 points to Claremont. In a game where inside 50s were hard to come by, accuracy in front of goal becomes absolutely crucial, and unfortunately the Eagles just didn't take advantage of their attempts, converting only 33%. Claremont, on the other hand, were a bit more accurate with 63% success rate. That right there is your game. Now make sure you stay tuned because we spoke to Chris Masten post-game, but before that, we're going straight into our eagle eye catches of the round. To start things off, Nick Reid's 3 goals certainly caught our eye here at the WAFL Report. As the season's progressed, you can tell his confidence is going through the roof with his goal kicking. He's now averaging a goal a game after starting with 4 behinds in his debut. Since starring in the amateur scene for several years, the North Beach product's now averaging 14 disposals, but half of those have been contested, which is quite impressive after only 4 games this season. Our second eye catcher is how the team managed to keep the Tigers scoreless for the entirety of the third quarter, after conceding 4 goals in both the first and second quarters, compared to us only kicking 2 goals for the half. You would understand if heads would begin to drop and intensity start to lower. However, this was not the case. After half-time, the Eagles came out of the rooms with a new ferocity, bringing a 34-point half-time deficit down to just 11 before Claremont managed to pull away. And to close out our eye catches for the week, it's just too hard to go past the impact that Chris Masten had on the day. Since recovering from his hamstring issues that have kept him from playing footy recently, he just looked a class above out on the field. With a team-high 13 handball receives, Masten was often used as the man to link up and find a target in space with his kicking ability. This is highlighted by the fact that of his 30 possessions, 20 of them were kicks. And after such a dominant performance, we had a chance to catch up with Chris post-game.
So it was a bit of a tough day for the team. A slow start hurts. How do you see that impacting the result?
Yeah, big time. I think in the sort of second was a bit of an arm wrestle, but we're still probably down. But that third quarter we showed that our best can probably match it with just about anyone, I think. We pretty much dominated that quarter and we were real tough inside, which we weren't in the first quarter especially. So we can't be doing that for too long. We only played 1 out of the 4 quarters, so you're not going to win too many games like that.
What was the message from the coaches at halftime?
Mid's got a bit of a cook because we're getting thrown around a little bit. The ball's coming out of clearances way too easily, and it was a little bit soft. So that was main message for the mids, and I think we rectified that definitely in third, but it wasn't enough.
And you've just come back from injury. How do you feel post game?
I feel great. I feel like I was on limited minutes, so I feel like I could play another game really. I feel quite sprightly actually.
Now, before we wrap up here, just a reminder, our next game is going to be our first of the season against the Falcons at HBF Arena on Sunday. There won't be a live stream this week, so if you want to see the boys in action, you're going to have to get down there in person. Bounce down is at 2:15. See you there.
Saturday, the league-leading Lions duel the Demons. Subiaco, Perth, live, free, local footy. Saturday at 2 on 7.